70th Charter Day, Cagayan de Oro City. Ayan, ladies and gentlemen, in just a short while, we will be listening to Mayor Oscar S. Moreno for his City Mayor's Annual Report. We will be live on Facebook, Parasat Channel 45, and in some radio stations in the city. Once again, happy 70th Charter Day, Cagayan de Oro City. Thank you and good morning.
Mana na
to Cagayan de Oro City, to our beloved City Council, members of the City Council, led by Vice Mayor Kikang Uy, to the men and women of the bureaucracy of the city government of Cagayan de Oro, to our barangay captains and other barangay officials, to our frontliners, health, social services, security services, and other services that we deliver to our people of Cagayan de Oro. Sa akong mga kaigsunan, mayong buti, and happy birthday, Cagayan de Oro City. Today we celebrate, we commemorate the 70th de Oro as a chartered as a city. To be Cagayan de Misamis in the old province of Misamis. And then after the Americans came, at the turn of the last century, Cagayan de Misamis started to grow. Given the strategic location of Cagayan, given that Cagayan is the center of the upper half of Mindanao, when the Misamis High School was built in 1906, it marked the beginning of the march towards glory and prosperity. And then 1917, the first public clinic in this part of the country was established, the Misamis Public Clinic, which is now the Northern Mindanao Medical Center. And then 70 years ago, Cagayan was made a city. Let us go back to its humble beginnings. First as a town, then the capital town of the new Misamis Oriental in 1930. This was 1930 marked the division of the then much smaller province of Misamis into Misamis Oriental and Misamis Occidental. Cagayan de Oro became the capital town of the province of Misamis Oriental, and then became a city in 1950, and then became a highly urbanized city. But let's take a closer look at 1950. The Second World War has just ended, and Cagayan was in ruins. And the people of our country, including the people of Mindanao, the people of Misamis Oriental, had gone through a very difficult time. The ruins and destruction and the killings that took place during the Second World War. It was very timely that as Cagayan wanted to rise up from the ruins of the Second World War, we had then Congressman Maning Pilais representing the province of Misamis Oriental, fathering the bill that created Cagayan as a city and renamed it as Cagayan de Oro. De Oro, a tribute to the golden heritage of the place. So, the cityhood of Cagayan de Misamis really marked the desire, the passion, the indomitable spirit of the people of this town, the people of Misamis Oriental, to rise up and to build back better from the ruins of the war. We have gone through 70 years. 70 years of continuing progress, 70 years of prosperity. Our growth, our prosperity had been, of course, aided to a large extent because of our strategic location, and also given that Cagayan is the center of education, not just of the province of Misamis, not just of the reduced province of Misamis Oriental, but also of the upper half of Mindanao. And then Cagayan de Oro became the flagship of the upper half, at least in Region 10. Cagayan de Oro became the trading hub, the trading center, and developed into a bustling city, one of the most competitive cities in our country. Tungod ka na usab sa paningkamot sa tanan. And I would like to pay tribute to the very strong partnership that the city government had developed over the years with our churches, led by the Catholic Church. Salamat kang Monsignor Boy Monsanto for saying the Mass kaganina to celebrate our 70th birthday. Salamat sa iyang pahinumdum sa atong Birhen sa Kota. Birhen sa Kota that had guarded Cagayan de Oro from all possible destructions and ruins. Sa tanang panahon, ang Birhen sa Kota had stood guard to protect the people of Cagayan de Oro. At salamat niya na Monsignor Boy for reminding us once again of dedicating ourselves sa Birhen sa Kota. Salamat po sa tanang mga simbahan. Cagayan de Oro is one such beautiful place where not only people converge, not only people of different ethnicities converge, but people of different faiths. We converge here, and we live in harmony and friendship. Pasalamat po ako sa atong mga educational institutions. Like I said, the establishment of Misamis High School in 1906 marked the beginning of the new period of growth and prosperity, not just for the province of Misamis, but also and more particularly for Cagayan de Oro. Today, as we mark the 70th birthday, we also are experiencing a different challenge. With us today is an enemy that we do not see, enemy that we do not know, enemy that does not sleep, enemy that does not rest, enemy of the world that has changed the world. Diliti ako kining sitwasyon. Kaloy sa Diyos, tungod sa pagtinabangay, Salamat sa atong mga partners, Department of Health, Northern Mindanao Medical Center, and of course sa atong City Health Office, sa atong men and women of the city government, atong interfaith organizations, sa atong private business groups, sa tanan, sa atong mga frontliners in health, in security, in social services. Salamat sa atong mga CDVs, sa atong mga BHWs, sa atong mga BNS, o sa atong mga BHERS, o sa atong mga kabaranggayan. Cagayan de Oro is positioned to get better than most of the rest. But let me bring your attention now to look at where are we and what have we done. And I want to focus on our 8-point agenda. Mo kini ang atong agenda that we defined would be our focus areas as we lead Cagayan de Oro. As early as 2013, the beginning of my first term, ato kining gi-identify ang atong 8-point agenda as the key deliverables that we want to bring to the people and to the city. Prime hat, P would stand for peace and order and poverty alleviation. R stands for revenue generation and resettlement. I for infrastructure and investments. M for metropolization. E for education and environment. H for hospital and health services. A for agricultural productivity, and T for teamwork, traffic, and tourism. Mao kini ang atong 8-point agenda that the city government had focused on, but it is not as if the other things that could also be important, that are also important, are treated differently. E mo kining prime hat ang labing lisod nga serbisyo. So dinhi nato gi-focus sa labing lisod nga mga serbisyo that we must deliver to the people of Cagayan de Oro City the best way possible. Since 2013, this is my 8th delivery of my address, which started in 2013 when I assumed office in July of 2013. And let me now address each of these 8-point agenda. Sa atong poverty alleviation and peace and order, public order and safety, kaloy sa Diyos, agarang-arang ang atong poverty incidents, ubay-ubay ang atong na-address, but we still need to focus on our poverty alleviation programs. Mga concerns, especially for women, children, senior citizens, and others. Ang atong technical and skills development program, which we started a few years back, kaloy sa Diyos, has produced results already. Salamat po sa atong partnership with other firms who are also involved in skills development program. Salamat sa tabang sa TESDA, sa atong national government. Salamat sa atong mga scholarship programs. both sa SPES in partnership with DOLE and sa atong school, atong program for the to send scholars to college. Salamat sa suporta sa City Council. Tungod niya ng suporta, we have allocated unprecedented level of financial commitments para sa atong scholarship program. And we will continue with that. Salamat po sa kapulisan for reduction of both the index and non-index crimes. Crime rate has also been reduced substantially. I would like to come up with figures, but daga na kaini, and I will be missing many of them. But of course, talking about poverty alleviation, talking about addressing special sectors, kaloy sa Diyos, ang Cagayan de Oro had been recognized because of the many programs that we have achieved. Sa ato lang sa competitiveness among highly urbanized cities, last year, Cagayan de Oro was the 7th most competitive highly urbanized city. And we ranked number 2 sa most resilient highly urbanized city, number 6 in government efficiency, and number 10 in both economic dynamism and infrastructure. And I would like to add, din sa Competitive Cities Award, kaloy sa Ginoo, Cagayan de Oro has landed consistently among the top 10 of the most highly urbanized cities in the country over the last 5 years, or since that program was started. Cagayan de Oro had always been among the top 10. Salamat sa paningkamot sa tanan. Salamat sa atong harmony and teamwork. Kaloy sa Ginoo, Cagayan de Oro has done well. Sa child care and youth development, for 2019, Cagayan de Oro was adjudged the grand winner in the entire country, the champion for Presidential Award for Child-Friendly City among the highly urbanized cities. And then Best Teen Center in Northern Mindanao. Salamat po. Salamat sa dako sa tabang sa atong mga kauban sa city government, sa City Hall, sa atong City Council, Vice Mayor Kikang, for the continuing support that they have extended. Na atong programa for the Oro Kalandang Center, Kalinaw, a halfway house for rebel returnees. Suporta kini sa pag-address sa atong to end the local communist armed conflict. Revenue generation and resettlement. We have seen last year as a banner year for both. Sa revenue generation, total revenue from local and external sources increased by 12%. Revenues from local sources increased by 14%, while external sources increased by 10%. Real property tax, business tax, and other taxes increased by 18% against the previous year, 2018. Phenomenal performance sa atong city economic enterprises. Salamat sa tabang ni Councilor Ian Mark Nakaya. Ang atong city economic enterprises revenues increased by 62.2% against previous year's income. Unprecedented in the history of our city. And then, sa atong housing program, we added more acquisitions of land para sa atong resettlement program. Last year, we bought 28.39 hectares of land para sa atong resettlement program. Sa atong mga housing and resettlement areas, ubay-ubay na ang level 3 system, water system, 100% electricity provided, and then complete roads. Mga certificates of title, kining atong piso-piso program and including kining atong regular CHUD housing program. Ubay-ubay na ang mga land titles that the city government had distributed to the beneficiaries. Salamat sa tabang nila ni Councilor Edgar Cabanlas o sa atong piso-piso program led by Engineer Armen Cuenca o sa atong resettlement, sa atong housing led by Engineer Ermin Pimentel. And Cagayan de Oro is poised to do a lot more diha sa resettlement. Atong infrastructure. Wow. We have completed 33.13 kilometers concreting sa atong mga kadalanan and 4.39 kilometers road opening just for the year. Pero overall, since 2013, ang atong nasimentong mga dalan paved roads had totaled 230.96 kilometers. Wow! 230.96 kilometers. Taas-taas na ni atong nasimento. Dalan paingon sa Tumpagon. Doon na moabot sa Bisigan mismo ang atong concrete, atong paved road. Total lengths of roads opened from 2013 had reached 93.5 kilometers. And also since 2013, total length of flood control structures had reached 3.48 kilometers. Wow. Total length of bank and slope protection structures, again, since 2013, 5.61 kilometers. Total length of miscellaneous drainage structures, 26.39 kilometers. Infrastructure. Completed 480 classrooms and ongoing 273 classrooms, including the 52 classrooms that we are building diya sa City Central School. Child Development Centers. Since 2013, we have already completed 21 Child Development Centers, and there are now ongoing 5 centers being constructed. And there will be additional 14 child development centers to be constructed before this year. Of course, sa atong street lighting project, ubay-ubay na ang naay LED sa atong mga kadalanan. And then mga karaan nga sodium atong gipulihan. Just for last year, we have invested 398.3 million for flood control and mitigation projects. Wow. wala pa ilabot kini sa kaning atong flood risk mitigation program, a project of the DPWH in partnership with JICA. Kining Cagayan River. Both sides of Cagayan River will have embankment all the way from Bunbon and Makabalan, the mouth of Cagayan River, paingon sa Makasandig and Balulang. The project will be completed, hopefully before I step down in 2022. There will be no more Sendong. Sa atong sanitary landfill, public markets, CDC buildings, barangay health centers, we have invested 549.4 million. Sa JR Borja, na turnover ang Middle Wing Building, Phase 1. Kamulo karon ang satellite hospitals, new satellite hospitals, Lumbia and Tablon. In the case of Lumbia, Phase 1, 50 million has already been completed. Another phase, Phase 2, 25 billion has also been completed. And the third phase, 50 million, 5% had been completed. So we now have invested 125 million for Lumbia, of which 50 million, only 5% has been completed yet. Ning tindog na ang Lumbia Hospital. In the case of Tablon, we have invested 25 million sa first phase, completed. Second phase, 50 million, which is 95% completed. And the third phase, 80 million pesos. This will be bidded out hopefully next month. Sa Puerto Public Market, for phase 1, 88.5 million pesos. 88,500,000. 45% has already been accomplished. Kaloy sa Diyos. Ato kining humanon ang sa Puerto. Just like Lumbia and Tablon. Just like the City Central School. Dool na mahuman and turn over ang atong mga eskwelahan. High school sa Kauswagan, high school sa Kalaanan, sa Kanituan, and then ongoing na po ang construction sa high-rise building diha sa Bulwa and dito sa Puntod. Salamat sa atong City Council led by Vice Mayor Kikang Uy, sa atong Appropriations Committee led by Councilor Inday Dahino, and all the members sa Finance Committee led by Councilor George Goking. And of course, sa atong uban nga mga miyembro, mga kaabag ng mga kagawad. We shall now go into metropolization. Kining agenda on metropolization is in fact something whose time has come. Now people realize that you cannot think parochial. You have to look beyond your boundaries. Because as you get bigger, as you share vision with your neighbors, not only will all of you become better, but harmony and teamwork are also encouraged and strengthened. Mao kana ang atong tuyo sa metropolization. where because of the partnership with the neighboring LGUs, the chances of growth and prosperity, not just for Cagayan de Oro, but for everybody, are enhanced. Dili na mahimo nga ang atong focus sa ato lang kaugalingon as if everybody does not matter. The more we look at our neighbors, the better we become. And there is economies of scale. What we're looking at sa metropolization is it's a harmonized relationship that the city is able to build with our neighbors. There will be no disruption sa atong political boundaries. No. There will be no incursion in the powers of the local government. There will be no interventions in the powers of the respective local governments. But what we want to achieve is harmony and teamwork. Because with harmony and teamwork, we are able to do better. We are also able to become bigger and more progressive. We're looking at, in the eastern towns of Misamis Oriental, for metropolization, Apil, Antaguluan, Villanueva, Hasaan, Claveria, and Balingasag. At least initially. And in the western side of Cagayan de Oro, we're looking at Upol, El Salvador, Alubid, Lagindingan, Hitagum. Again, at least initially. And down south, sa probinsya sa Bukidnon, we're looking at teaming together with Malitbog, with Manolo Fortich, with Libona, with Baongon, with Talakag, and even Sumilao, at least initially. What is the purpose of metropolization? There are many services that every LGU delivers that are better managed, are better delivered, are cheaper to also deliver if we do these services together. Kinilang ang health, peace and order. We can do better if we work together. And then ang atong planning for growth and prosperity. Lisod kayo that we plan individually and without looking into the other plans of our neighbors. The idea is, let's grow together and prosper together and succeed together. The competitiveness of Cagayan de Oro is not enough. We need to have a competitive metropolitan area to include the municipalities that I have mentioned. Dagan kayo ang atong mahimo together. Kung naa ang teamwork, for instance, in the western side, na ang Lagindingan Airport, and then na ang prospects of development sa Lubid, sa USTP campus, almost 200 hectares ka na. Imagine how the 200 hectares of USTP can contribute to the growth, not just of Alubid, but to a larger area with all the LGUs working together. Imagine how the Lagindingan Airport being expanded can help all the LGUs combined with teamwork and harmony in place. And there will be more investments between Upol all the way to Initaw and even all the way to Lugait. There will be more investments with the Lagindingan Airport being expanded to accommodate more businesses. The airport of Laguindingan has one of the largest areas among all the airports in the country. Ang premises lang, airport premises sa Laguindingan consists of 400 hectares. The runway of Laguindingan can be expanded from its now present 2.1 kilometer length. It can even be expanded to as long as 3.5 kilometers. Wide bodies eventually will be able to serve the Laguindingan Airport. So, importante kayo nga Cagayan de Oro harmoniously works together with Opol, El Salvador, Alubid, Laguindingan, Hitagom, even Initaw, Naawan, Mantika, and Lugait. And even with the city of Iligan. Pareho ang atong advantages with Iligan. We can attain more with working together more frequently. And to the eastern side, Taguluan, Villanueva, Hasaan, Claveria, Balingasag. Imagine Fividec, the estate of Fividec, which now covers just Taguluan and Villanueva. Imagine the partnership, the teamwork, the harmony among Fividec, the LGUs of the municipalities I have mentioned, and Cagayan de Oro. Imagine the potentials that we can attain, we can achieve together if we work together, if we harmoniously work together. Remember, the Charter of Fividec allows the expansion of the area of Fividec by mere proclamation of the President. Dili na sayon, ang charter sa Fividec is a crown jewel that we have. It may have been a cause of conflict with some LGUs, but much more significant than the conflict are the tremendous benefits that the Charter of Fividec offers, not just to the LGUs, but also to a wider area covering Metropolitan, CDO, and even Northern Mindanao. Pasalamat ako sa USAID, NEDA, for supporting our metropolization initiative. Salamat po sa tabang sa University of Asia and the Pacific. They are now helping us in conducting studies for big-ticket items that the city government may come up with. And in the hope of harnessing the potentials sa metropolization. Education and environment management. Atong Special Education Fund. Kaluhi sa Diyos, maayo kaing lakaw. Salamat sa atong mga kauban sa local school board. Ang Cagayan de Oro City, for 3 consecutive years, was recipient of the Seal of Good Education Governance sa Sinergia Foundation. Kumba pa sa baseball pa ni Grand Slam na mga igsoon. 3 consecutive years. Salamat sa suporta sa atong local school board. Salamat sa suporta ni Councilor Suset Magtahas Daba, Councilor J. Roa Pascual, ug sa tanan, of course, ang atong mga kauban, mga kaabag sa City Council. Sa education, kaluhi sa Diyos, $280 million just last year ang atong nagahin for school buildings for a total of 180 classrooms. Atong mga scholars, 2,456, performance-based, 750, income-based, and 247 under a partial scholarship grant. Unprecedented in the history of our city. On environment, ang atong sanitary landfill sa Barangay Pagalungan. Salamat sa suporta nilang Kapitan Oporto ug sa iyang konseho ug sa iya ug ang mga katawhan sa Barangay Pagalungan ug mga silingan. Salamat kayo sa inyong suporta. Ang atong sanitary landfill sa Pagalungan is now emerging into becoming a new model. We were praised and lauded by Secretary Simato when he visited the area. Health and hospital services. Kalay sa Diyos, maayo kayang atong lakaw din eh. Ang Cagayan de Oro is one of the pilot cities of the Universal Healthcare Program. Salamat sa teamwork. Kalay sa Diyos ang atong pagresponde niining problema sa coronavirus. We had steadily but firmly handled the matter. Salamat sa Department of Health. Salamat sa Northern Mindanao Medical Center. Daghang salamat sa atong City Health Office. The men and women of the city government. Ang atong Rituyas Army. Mga CDVs, BNS, BHW, BHERS, salamat sa inyong suporta. Sa atong mga maternal care package facilities, atong PhilHealth program. Salamat kang Councilor Malu Sirinya Gani, who had supported us 101% sa atong mga programa sa health. Na atong programa diya sa Lumbia, House of Hope. Nagsugod na, nanay atong construction diya, for the first building that the city has funded. We have now transformed the House of Hope. Salamat sa atong restructuring sa not just the ownership but also to position the House of Hope into a major player in addressing mental health. Dili lang sa Dakbayan, kundi sa much larger area. Salamat sa suporta sa Archdiocese of Cagayan de Oro, kang Archbishop Tony Ledesma. Salamat kayo sa imong pag-suporta niini. Salamat po sa atong mga missionary sisters. Salamat po sa Department of Health and also sa Northern Mindanao Medical Center o sa J.R. Borja General Hospital and to the Escanio family. We have last year repositioned our relationship, our partnership for the House of Hope Foundation. And the House of Hope Foundation will become a model in the years ahead. J.R. Borja, I should point out, posted an annual income of, just for 2019, 182.39 million. Annual income, mostly from PhilHealth payments. And imagine how many patients has J.R. Borja served. 156,970. 53% higher than its target for 2019. Certainly, very much higher than its performance result in 2018. I would like to emphasize these two figures. The income of 182 million for the year and the number of patients served of 156,000 plus. Kay kini mga pasyente nga 156,000, wala kini magbayad for their confinement. Libre. No balance billing. Libre na ang mga pasyente provided by services had been provided for free. Naapay income ang J.R. Bora of 182 million. Wow, where can you find that? Naservisyuhan na ang katawan, na imo lang ning i-multiply sa 10,000 matag usa ka pasyente. Wow. Dako na ni kaayo mga igsoon. Billions of pesos. Billions of pesos that would have been spent pero wala magasto kay libre man. Billions of pesos that had been saved na save sa atong alagaran. And then on top of the savings of billions of pesos, naapay income ng 182 million. Health has always been a difficult but rewarding undertaking. We have proven this before when I was governor of Misamis Oriental. Mga hospital gikan sa Mantikaw, Initaw, Claveria, Balingasag, Talisayan, Hingoog, Magsaysay. Atong restructure, earning millions of pesos and serving the people. Nahimo pa nato katong hospital sa Alubihid. Now, as I approach the second year of my third and final term, kaloy sa Diyos, what we have done in Misamis Oriental sa pag-atiman sa hospital system, pilo pa kaloy sa Ginoo ang atong nahimo dinhi sa Dakbayan sa Cagayan de Oro. Mao gihapon sa edukasyon. In Misamis Oriental, we succeeded in building 400 classrooms in the 9 years that I have served the province. 400 classrooms and 21 high schools that we have put up. Little did I know na sa akong pag-alagad din sa Dakbayan, ang 400 classrooms, akong mahimong 800 classrooms by the time I stepped down after my third and final term in 2022. And then, high schools, daghan na nga high school ang atong namugna. Napanay usa karon nagpaabot diha sa Baikingon. We are now, together with the new high school in Kugman, kamulo na ang paghimo sa ilang mga buildings, and soon, maluing Ginoo, we will begin with the new high school diha sa Puerto, maluing Ginoo. Salamat sa suporta sa atong local school board. Salamat sa suporta sa tanan. Agricultural productivity. Salamat kayo sa atong agrikultura, atong chairman, Councilor J. Roa Pascual. Salamat kayo. Salamat po kang Councilor Romy Calizo, chairman sa atong Peace and Order, chairman po sa atong City Anti-Drug Abuse Council, CADAC. And salamat po for helping our hinterland barangays attain peace para mahimo kanang atong mga proyekto diha infrastructure o agricultural productivity programs. Kaloy sa Diyos, maayo ang atong lakaw. Salamat sa tabang po sa atong tourism, traffic at teamwork. Salamat sa atong mga, again, sa atong mga konsyales, Councilor Girly Balaba, Councilor Bong Lao, Councilor Eric Salcedo, Councilor, of course, Saldi Ocon. Salamat kayo. Councilor Boboy Daba usab. Ug sa tanan mga igsoon, salamat kayo sa atong mga kapitanes led by Councilor Alam Lim and Councilor Marlo Tabak. Sa atong mga kabatanunan led by Councilor John Michael Seno. I have already mentioned Councilor Ayan Mark Nakaya, Councilor Soset Magtahas Daba, Councilor Maluga Ani, Councilor Eric Salcedo, Councilor Bong Lao, and of course, Councilor Roger Abaday, Councilor Inday Dehino, Councilor Romy Caliso, Councilor J. Roa Pascual, Councilor George Go King, and Councilor Boboy Daba. Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, of course, sa atong housing sector. Now, pasalamat sa ako sa mga the men and women of the city government of Cagayan de Oro for the support and pagpaningkamot sa. Congratulations sa atong nutrition program, Green Banner awardee, and already ang Cagayan de Oro has achieved the Crown Award, consistent, regular, outstanding winner in nutrition. Climate resiliency, kaloy sa Ginoo maayo atong lakaw. Regional Gawad Kalasag, Best Government Emergency Management, and bisan gani ang atong J.R. Borja, Best Local Government Run Hospital. And then sa e-business, LGU Level Information Technology, first runner-up sa Digital Awards, Electronic Budget System, finalist sa Customer Empowerment category, 2019, and many other awards that the city government has achieved, garnered. Wala ako mag-mention o wala ako mag-concentrate sa pandemic kay every day we had been conducting daily press briefing. And in fact, unya na inupod nga press briefing sa atong pandemic. But let me say for now, kay we are witnessing a continuing and a further relaxation sa mga restrictions. There will be more openings. There will be more openings, but we should never let our guards off. We should never drop our guards. Kinahanglan na paghihapon ang atong depensa against the virus. But because of our teamwork with DOH, with Northern Mindanao Medical Center, the City Health Office, and all our frontliners, and the people of Cagayan de Oro. Kaloy sa Diyos, maayo ang lakaw sa atong dakbayan. And there will be more challenges ahead of us, but we can overcome these challenges. Importante lang is magtinabangay kita. Importante lang is we work together. My friends, these are, like I said in the beginning, very difficult times. And there may still be that cloud of uncertainty that hovers above us. Di pa nato masulti, taman kanusa kining virus. Until the vaccine is discovered or until a treatment is discovered that would cure one who is infected with the virus, or until the virus miraculously disappears, the problem is still with us. The problem is still with us. In the beginning, it was difficult for all of us. The problem seemed to be very overwhelming. But we have painstakingly exerted every effort possible para ma-address ka na nga virus. Information is now available to all of us because of the partnership that we have developed, strengthened because of our open and transparent communication system. Kaloy sa Ginoo, mayo ang atong lakaw. Dili na ta ingon nga taranta or ga panic. The sense of, the feeling of confidence is building up. Sunod na ang atong testing capacity. Salamat sa Northern Mindanao Medical Center for starting it with one gene expert facility. And that gene expert facility will be augmented with 2 other gene expert equipments as well. And then not only the 2 gene expert, kita pod sa city government are buying 2 RT-PCR machines para magamit sa NMMC. And then there will be 2 more RT-PCR equipment for NMMC. So NMMC alone will have a total of 7, Maloying Ginoo, 7 testing machines. Sunod katong RT-PCR nga upat, madoble pa with the extractor machine that we are also buying. And then ang NMMC na nay duha ka RT-PCR. And hopefully magsugod na ang operation niya na within this week. Naapay Polymedic, naapay Xavier, and hopefully ang Philippine National Red Cross. So, we will have the testing facility available in the city, not just for the people of Cagayan de Oro, but also for the people of Northern Mindanao, and even beyond Northern Mindanao, to include, I would say, Zamboanga del Norte, and even all the way to the eastern side of Zamboanga del Sur, but also to Caraga region, particularly Agusan del Norte and Surigao del Norte. Together with Davao City, Cagayan de Oro City will be able to come up with the light to shine, to make Mindanao brighter. To give light niining problema sa virus, kay na ako na agian ginako how difficult it has been to fight the virus in total darkness, because the absence of testing facility is equivalent to total darkness. But karon kay balo na ta. So there may still be some difficult moments ahead of us. How recovery can be pursued There will be reduction of our revenues, certainly, and there will be reduction as well of the revenues at the national level. So both at the national and local level, we will be headed to a reduced economy affected by the virus. But beyond this difficult situation lies the indomitable spirit of our people. We will survive, Malayong Ginoo. 70 years ago, Cagayan de Oro started to rise up from the ruins left by the Second World War. 70 years ago, the people of Cagayan de Oro showed their indomitable spirit to survive and build better. The ruins of the Second World War, if at all, served as an inspiration for the people of Cagayan de Oro to grow. Sendong damaged many parts of Cagayan de Oro, but the people of Cagayan de Oro showed their indomitable spirit. Cagayan de Oro rose from the ruins of Sendong. And look at where we are now. The virus has affected us, certainly. The virus has affected our economy. The virus has affected also our plans. Anugon, we had been doing well towards unprecedented growth. We had succeeded. The virus had somehow stalled our success, our progress, but we will not give up. We will not subjugate ourselves. We will rise up. Together, we will build Cagayan de Oro and raise it to the next level. Together, we will build a better world for our children and future generations. Happy birthday, Cagayan de Oro. Daghang salamat ug maayong buntag sa tanan.